Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I wanted to show you how you can formulate your own workout routine. Let's get on with it. In today's video I'm basically going to be showing you a few steps that you can take in order to formulate your own workout program. Now this is going to be specific to you, it's going to be very beginner friendly, and it's basically how I always formulate my workout routines. And the reason for this is because you don't want to be going into the gym without a plan. Whether you've bought a plan from a professional, whether you've created it yourself, whether you've just, I don't know, seen it on Instagram, whatever you've done to find a workout program, as long as you've got one, that is the main step. And I know it can be kind of confusing, it can be kind of overwhelming to think what you need to do on each day, what exercises you need to do, how many sets, how many reps, blah 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 blah. It can be so difficult to remember this, so I wanted to just basically simplify it for you. If you've got a pen and paper, get that. If you've got a notes section in your phone, go in that and get ready to take down these steps, because this will make it so easy for you to build your own plan basically. So first things first, then you need to consider what your goal is. What is your end game? So the three things that you should consider then about this question are: do you want to build up your strength? Do you want to increase your muscle mass? Or do you want to increase your endurance? Now, personally, I do all three because this is the best combination I find personally. So strength gains then is basically like powerlifting almost. You want to be trying to lift as heavy as possible. And this is where you will use the lower rep ranges and the higher weight. So you want to be using progressive overload for the muscle mass section. And this is obviously because you want to be building muscle mass. You want to roughly be in the 8 to 12 rep range with this, higher reps, a little bit lower weight, but still increasing the weight over time. And that will build up the size of your muscle. And then you've got endurance, which is obviously going for longer. Now this is going to be in the 15 plus rep range. So you're going to do lower weight, higher reps. Moving on, how many days do you want to train? If you work, for example, full time, obviously you're going to find it hard to find the time to go every single day. Best way to do it is to do 3 lifting days, 2 cardio days, if you are a beginner. If you're a little bit more advanced, you have a little bit more of your own knowledge, you can maybe do 5 lifting days and incorporate the cardio and abs into those days if you feel like it. I personally don't actually have any sort of specific day for like rest or for cardio. I do go to the gym 7 days a week. I do a cycle, so I do legs, upper body, legs, upper body, legs, upper body, legs. And it basically just works like that. So I go round in a cycle essentially and incorporate different exercises. For all of my leg days, I keep the exercises the same. I just make sure that I balance it between compound and isolation movements. Whereas for my upper body days, I tend to target different muscle groups on each one, because that is a muscle group that I'm not as focused on. I'm more focused on my legs and my glutes. The muscle group that you wish to build bigger and better is the one that you should be training the most. So just to summarize really quickly then, the first step is your goal. You need to be thinking about what you want, and go from there. Pick what days you want to work out on. So the next thing then is going to be figuring out how to split your days for each muscle group. Now, I obviously tend to, like I just said, balance it out, upper, lower. However, you just do it based off of how you feel. I'd say the best way to do it is obviously to train weights at least 3 times a week if you're doing any of the above. So whether it's muscle gain, whether it's strength gain, whether it's endurance, at least 3 times a week. And then you can just do cardio on the other ones and rest. However, it can be kind of difficult to obviously balance this over just 3 days. So what I tend to do is combine muscle groups. So for Monday, for example, let's say you're doing legs and glutes. So obviously you're going to be targeting your quads, you're going to be targeting your glutes, you're going to be targeting hamstrings. So that's going to be all the different compound movements like back squats, deadlifts, sumo deadlifts, hip thrust, glute bridges, Romanian deadlifts, all that kind of thing. And then you're going to have your isolation movements on that day as well. So you'll have maybe some cable kickbacks, you'll have some hip abductions, all that kind of stuff. And Then you'll move on to maybe Wednesday. So you'll have a rest day on Tuesday, move to Wednesday, and then that will be chest and triceps, for example. So you're going to have your tricep pull down, you're going to have your tricep dips, you're going to have your chest flies, your bench press, your skull crushers, all that kind of stuff incorporated into this day. And then maybe another rest day on Thursday, and then you're going to move to back and biceps. So you're going to be doing your bicep curls, your hammer curls, your bent over rows, your bent over flies, your lat pull down. Sorry, I'm just trying to list exercises off the top of my head here. So what you've got so far then is a goal, you've got the days that you're going to be working out, and you've got the muscle groups that you're going to be working out on each day. So this is obviously entirely up to you. Those were just my examples of how you can combine the different muscle groups in order to get like the most out of your workouts. If you only want to go to the gym 3 days a week, combine your muscle groups. If you want to go maybe 6 times a week, then you can do each one on a different day. Then moving on to the exercises and the rep ranges and sets and all that kind of stuff. So usually it is recommended to do about 4 exercises per muscle group. So if you're doing your glutes, you're going to do obviously your warm up, your isolation, then you'll move into your working sets. For example, let's use Monday. This is legs and glutes, right? So we're going to move into our isolation. First off, you're going to do a couple of isolation movements. I will put some on the screen here for you. And then once you've done that, you're going to do a little warm up. So say for example, you're going to start off with back squats. You will get the barbell alone, no weight, back squat it, okay? And then once you've done your warm up for that, you'll move into your working sets. And then here I recommend 3 sets of 12 reps if you are looking for muscle size. If you want to do it for like powerlifting, then I would say to move it down to 4 to 6 reps, okay? Now, if you're doing it for endurance, then I would say 15 plus reps. Now, it's entirely up to you really how many sets you do, entirely up to you. Obviously, I recommend roughly 3 for each category, but if you feel like you can do more, do more. If you feel like you can do less, I mean, I wouldn't recommend less than 3 sets, but if you need to do less, then do less. Don't obviously wear yourself out. We are just getting back into the gym. So it's completely fine if you need to do less for now. But the goal is ultimately to try and increase your sets, increasing your volume and the amount of reps that you're doing over the course of the week. And that is how you're going to build muscle mass. That is how you're going to get better at what you're doing. So now you've got your sets and your reps then that are ideal for each exercise. Because I obviously combine all 3, I do tend to visit all of these reps. It's all about variation. If you want each of these different things, incorporate all these different rep ranges. And then obviously the last thing is just finding your actual exercises that you're going to be using for your workout. And this is probably the main thing. I will try and put an example on the screen for you, but basically in the end how your split is going to look is, for example, Monday, back squats, RDLs, hip thrusts, and all 3 of these would be 3 sets, 12 reps. And then you're gonna have a rest day Tuesday. Wednesday, you're gonna get back at it, do an upper body session. So you're gonna do some lat pull downs, you're gonna do some bicep curls, some overhead presses. You know, that was obviously a variation of complete upper body, but you get the gist. I will actually do a video on my own personal split and how I train. But I will also obviously provide you with some examples in this video as well, and hopefully this will help you to basically formulate your own. Whatever exercises you enjoy doing, incorporate these. Don't do exercises that you don't like doing. At the end of the day, you are looking to make this fun, you're looking to make this enjoyable, you want to keep going back, you don't want to give up, you know? So just make sure you're doing things that you like doing. I love my split. I absolutely love it. Every single day I'm excited, whether it's upper body, whether it's lower body. I love, 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 love my split. There are your steps anyway. So your goal, your days of working out, figuring out the muscle groups that you are going to train on each day, figuring out your sets and rep ranges, and figuring out the exercises that you're going to incorporate for each one. It's a lot to take in, I know. Just try and make as much sense of it as you possibly can. It's very difficult to explain how to actually formulate a workout plan because it's so personal and everything is so obviously different for each person. So yeah, just do what's best for you anyway. Whatever feels good, whatever works. When you see results, you know you're doing something right. So I hope this works out for you anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to follow me on any social medias, I will leave them on the screen and I'll also leave them in the description box below for you. And if you would like to see any more content from me, don't forget to click one of the videos on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.